Let's get into some January transfers, sir. It's right around the corner. It's almost mid-November. You know, the holiday games will be upon us soon enough. And we're already hearing grumblings. We're already new rumors coming down the chute in terms of players want out. What are you thinking, sir? You think they're going to make moves? This has not been a club that's been looking to make, you know, even historically make a lot of moves in January. Obviously, we got Dogu last January. We got to see him in the flesh at both home against Arsenal as well as in against Sociedad in San Sebastian. Do you think United's going to be dipping their toe in? I mean, I guess what if Big Ben goes down with a season-long injury? Do you go for a striker? That's when you're like, you wish you could recall Højlund. I mean, I guess you'll play Zirkzee. But what are your thoughts on this January window as we head into it? Because it is right around the corner.
Yeah, and so, there are rumors out there. January, I think, is big. INEOS has also been known to make moves in January. I think, we saw Dogu come in, which I think was important last year. I think the picture is crystallizing around this team. We struggled early. We sort of steadied the ship a little bit, but there's clear weak points in our game, and I think we definitely need a CDM. I mean, like, number one that stands out to me is Casemiro in the midfield. He's going to get injured. And you saw Ugarte play against Tottenham. You saw, the issues that creates. I hate to say it because he looked like a promising player coming in, but he's just evolved into someone who is just like not in the right headspace. He's better than the way than he plays. It's just not
Right.
a good fit, and he's just drowning at a level that like he can't be on the field. The reason I think you need to go to Kobe Mainoo, the manager for some reason doesn't want to go to Kobe Mainoo. So we need a CDM that could either be a loan option. We obviously saw Paulinho go to Spurs, and he's actually doing well for Manchester United right now. Team talk is linking us to Elliot Anderson at Nottingham Forest, who's a 22-year-old youngster, tons of energy, high work rate. Obviously, he came from Newcastle into Nottingham Forest for around 35. They wouldn't part with him they probably want 80. United are thinking that they might be able to do 60 plus add-ons, something like that. There was also Carlos Baleba, who has not really played well for Brighton. I feel like United is going to be in for a CDM in January. Like, if you look at this team, if Europe is on the table, like if you look at where we are, like you have to be thinking that you have to augment the midfield, because if Casemiro goes down, there goes 100 million pounds. Like, Sir Jim is going to be very aggressive in probably reinforcing this one position. And then there's some outgoings like Kobe Mainoo and Napoli. Napoli's just taking off our good players. Mainoo's interested on a loan. He was interested on a loan last January, then in the summer, now again in January, and he's not playing. I think you have to loan Mainoo out. I think that's insane, but if you're not going to play him, he should be on loan. And the manager has said basically like he's not going to play him. So there's also rumors around Rashford going on a permanent to Barcelona, and Sancho basically is like
Get him.
not
Get him.
doing well at Villa, and this will be the end of Jadon Sancho at the end of the year. So I don't know why that's news, but like we're not gonna extend his option. Like
That rumor lived for about a week. That was hilarious. Like, they're going to extend the option, give him his $20 million a year contract for an additional year because we think we're going to get some transfer fee out of it.
that's a lot of January activity. That's a lot of January activity. You might loan out your like number one youngster in
Right.
Kobe Mainoo. You're looking at maybe getting a permanent deal for Rashford and a CDM. So I think the CDM is probably hinging on the permanent deal for Rashford, most likely, or something like that. But if United has any cojones, you got to be in for a CDM. At the very least, alone. At the very least, alone.
Yeah, absolutely. And we haven't seen that. They usually like to go not half measures, but like they want to follow their plan, which is like young, high upside potential, like in the Dogus and the Heavens, even the Euros, at the same time, or an established stud like a Cunha, like an Mbumo, like a Delit. But I have to agree. It's like, if you think about this squad, Casemiro has actually been quite steady, but he can't play more than 60 minutes, right? So we've only conceded 5 goals all season with him on the pitch. We've conceded 15 with him off the pitch. We saw that as soon as he left, we conceded 2 goals in rapid succession. He felt a knock. He's going to feel a knock. He's up there. That's the next problem area that they need to fill in the material. Like, that's it. It's all about the 6. Who's going to be the 6 going forward? Is it Elliot Anderson? I think he wants to move Balaba. I know he wants to move. Will they make moves in January? We'll see. We're right in it. I mean, we're a point off.
Have to. By the way, as a fan,
You
like
should be. You should be.
Okay, this has been a hell of a season already. You think of the downs that we've been through, Grimsby Town, and now you're looking at it and you're like, United have a legitimate chance to get European football. Like somehow the dice has fallen on the table. You look at where we are and you look at the fixtures we have going into probably January. If you see us fifth or sixth in the table by January, you have to go all in to get a CDM. And I'm not saying you need to get Elliot Anderson. I think he's probably the guy for the summer. Like that's
Right,
like
right.
the marquee summer signing, but you could sign a frisky guy from Spain for 30 million, like a Dogu
Right.
type youngster, uh,
Raw.
like exactly. And so I feel like that is you have to do something. That's the whole idea. You can't do nothing. You have to do something. So do I think it's realistic to get Elliot Anderson in January? No. Like top EPL talent doesn't trade in league in January unless it's stupid money.
Yeah.
Like that's what Forest will do. So you definitely need like that's why you have the front office. You need a frisky youngster on the come up, right?
No, absolutely. Because you know what? Casemiro is going to leave at the end of the season anyway. You're going to get those savings from the wages. Last season, last January, I mean, we were in the mix, but it was very clear with all the loans, with all the players on the outgoing and the interim in January, we needed strikers, we needed attacking talent. He did not get that back up. He went the rest of the season without that. It had a huge impact. We were dying for goals. We were dying for a lot of things, but we were definitely dying for goals. Now, if they have more maybe conviction behind their Ruben Amorim appointment, he has momentum. The team is doing things right.
It's the 100 million. It's the 100 million.
I know, 100 mil.
It's we have to have European football. And like
You
the
do.
Sir Jim said, like this team is good enough to get European football. Like we are like somehow by hook or by crook, we're like could be there. And the playing once a week, I think, is going to help this team. So if that's the case and we're there in January, like you have to make a move. Like you have to make a move to get it over the line. Right.
What about I was stuck to Kobe. What about Zirkzee? If Ben has an injury, even I were hearing a little bit today, it might not be as bad. They think it could be as little as 5 weeks. That's a lot of games when you think about the December fixtures coming around the corner. Do you think you just opt for playing a number 10 and number 9 and Joshua Zirkzee, or do you like let him go out and try to bring in someone who's fit for purpose as a number 9 goal scorer? What's your thoughts there, John?
You're going to be losing a lot of money selling Zirkzee in January. I feel like you can't go down to one striker. So like he has to be the second option. I know
Yeah.
Amarim doesn't see him as a second option. He sees him as another 10. So, but he has to be the second option. So like who else is the second option? You want to get me in there? Wout
No.
Weghorst? Like, come on. Like
And Mbuma, I mean, they did put Mbumo, Cunha, but they're not even
like
de
that's
facto
not
number 9s. But
ideal.
that's no, it's not. But I can see it
So
happening.
Xerxes, you have to keep him. I think you have to keep him given the injury, and you have to keep him because you can't just go one striker all the way.
And it's like, what's in the future for Kobe Mainoo? I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. Like you said, I don't know the fact that he can get minutes. I thought he would have been well served coming on for Spurs, just being able to get the ball from the defense up to the attack and kind of getting us out of some pressure. But something's off there, clearly.
And people don't like him, but Garnacho had 2 assists for Chelsea against Wolves and looked really good. So,
Eh,
he know like finding wingers at the level. He's at the level. Kobe, by the way, Kobe Mainoo's at the level. The manager doesn't like him, doesn't play him. Like Garnacho's at the level, manager doesn't like him, but he's at the level, and we sold him for not a lot. So like,
Yeah, but we got better players. The players we have are better than. There's the worst team in the league. They have 2 points.